the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC Cruiserweight Champion of the world, Mairis Briedis, Oleksandr Usyk.
Protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, touch them up.
So here we go then, the first of the scheduled 12 tips on the line. Oleksandr Usyk, such huge pedigree in rapid progress he made through his 23 fights to date, winning that world title. And he's been cheered on enthusiastically. Rapid right jab that is rife for this. But again, Briedis. And what an opening round have here just beyond the midpoint. Will he be inspired by that? And Usyk just reinforcing on Briedis. Again, straight between the high-held hands and a hard left hand to both men looking to fight in the space. Usyk, such a wonderful mover with his feet and from the waist, but he's being tapped. Is their first and only southpaw an orthodox fighter, and he's stepping on the left leg, on the left foot of Usyk. Usyk in a stiff right hand, and there's a mark tie. Good right hand over the top from Briedis, and Usyk's tucking up, just a line caught with. But Briedis producing an inspired performance against the man he has fought in this second round. Double left through the guard. Left cross success for Usyk. Briedis comes back prepared diligently. As an exchange of jabs cutting up the beautiful nature of a Latvian winter to set up camp cross. In his hometown of a training camp. Good right up to be the contest. Everyone hoped it would. One to the head, one to the body. Back comes Usyk with a right hook. Usyk, and this is an abs between operators of the highest order. Good right hook behind the gloves of Usyk from Briedis. Then a snake behind the southpaw right of his own. And Briedis, we call it give and take because both men are working on their defense as well. But an uppercut success on the inside from Briedis. Hook around the corner. The punches coming from the WBC champ. Terrific second round, and the bell hasn't been heard. The men continue to exchange. Final action in the cruiserweight division. That a winner contest is Daniel van der Velde of Belgium. As Usyk back system takes into account. This lands with a good right hand to the body. Oh, good right hand, top from Briedis. Usyk back before establishing his right jab once again. The fighters to finish strong as Usyk scores with a terrific, straight, jolting right. The fight won. He's proven to be both of these men called in young, hungry fighters to serve as scores with the right hook around the corner. The heads came together there. And that's why Usyk is rubbing his forehead. Powerful operator. And he has used skill to 13 fights without defeat. Just threatened to go around the rear of the head of Usyk. This is absolutely terrific stuff. Play a role in this. Who will have the capacity to turn it from Briedis, but then a jolting southpaw left. About since David Hay and Enzo Macronelli came together, and Usyk is hurt, got in the tangle on the ropes at the O2 Arena, and that one was staged at 2 p.m. local time. Absolutely riveting so far. Good right hand to the body. Usyk tries to respond with a southpaw left downstairs. Worldwide television from America. This one is being staged at in this cruiserweight unification bid. Movers from him, but then a good two-shot salvo at mid-range from Briedis. Usyk being forced backwards, but now plants his feet and tries to force Briedis back. But Briedis proving impossible to back him. Usyk perhaps mindful of the fact that and the capacity crowd here continuing to cheer for their man. Good right jab. He's surrounded by Ukrainian boxing royalty. Biggest fight of his career to date. Vasyl Lomachenko's father has been involved in the winter chill of UK sparring partners. Unbeaten cruiserweight boxer in just a couple of weeks, and this is a strong portion of the round for Mairis Briedis. Usyk spending an awful lot of time covering up trying to repel these attacks. He comes back with a left uppercut of his own, but it's defeated cruiserweight prospects Mikel Lawal, his own, but it's single shots in reply. Stoppage ratios in their perfect ledgers to this point. Right jab getting onto the front foot. Usyk trying to bob and weave, gets once again, which drives Briedis backwards. Significant moment, made to be uncomfortable. And Usyk is increasing the tempo, increasing his push. With a straight right jab. Champion who's just taken another right jab right in that region. Briedis onto the back foot, more than we've seen him at any point in the inconvenience of a damaged nose. Drives him backwards once again. He's trying to fight back, but there's less continually backwards, trying to hold his ground, but he's not being overwhelmed. He spits a fleck of blood, and his head is buffeted by a two-shot salvo. The bell barely audible once again at the conclusion of once again. Looking to build on the momentum that he established in round 5. Training camp where he was isolated, was training 2 to 3 times a day for this unification bout. Sundays was the only day he would play basketball along with his fellow camp fighters of the 20s. But Usyk working of the WBC champion. Even though he's more aggressive, Usyk still having success driving Briedis backwards, and he wrestles Usyk down to the canvas. Kenny Bayliss immediately intimating, not always of the verbal variety, just nodding as if to say, yeah, you got to lose his balance. Partially blocked by the glove, but those 2 words, the gloves of Oleksandr Usyk. He's trying to get his own back. Scores with a left hook onto the front foot once again. Low blow. Briedis intimates that, but he's still fighting. Finalist makes for remarkable reading. 83 victories, no defeats. And counter comes immediately back from Usyk. Usyk trying to dig in a hard of Usyk, his man. Briedis breathing through an open mouth. He takes a slow hook in defending that. Skill and concentration. This man still operating at an incredibly, conceding that this is the biggest fight of his career. As he lands legs to good effect to get beyond punching range. He lands with a good left hand, which drives Briedis backwards. Briedis becoming a little bit disorganized. Enjoyed by into round 8 of what has been an absolutely fascinating, cryptic manner that he had, which some enterprising creative has turned into it, but rather more expansively. He said from Briedis tonight. Success in response from Usyk. There's an stands his ground momentarily, gets through with the left, being drowned out. Right hand to the body, and he acknowledged that. Down Briedis, and remember, for some judges, that effective aggression. Fight for prime real estate in the center of the portions of this contest. Oh, good right all around this Riga arena that is filled to man, showing any signs of cracking to this point in the standard bearer. 4 Latvian box holes in the defense of their opponent. Right upper line, still bobbing and weaving, still working that right hand from him. Same, but Usyk proving him, continuing to work his way forwards. Union WBO champ. Oh, cracking right uppercut through the roof here at the Riga arena. But Usyk, and he's been sent well wishes all week from his former colleagues. Just beginning to get a swelling. Good left cross from, barely blinked and got back into his boxing stance. Good right hand on the pecking behind a left jab, still breathing through an open for the first time in the World Boxing Super Series here. Keenly contested. Both Usyk and Kenny Bayliss intimating that he's to keep the punches up. Good right jab from Usyk. Shot, but Briedis got beyond punching range. He comes back with a straight shot of his own. Good terrific action between 2 highly skilled operators. And again, his crown, the tournament #1 seed, fighters' records, but somebody will progress tonight because of the aforementioned. It is a draw, and each course it is a draw on this. The declared winner will go through to the final. So that scenario, not Vander Holyfield was the undisputed champion body for the WBO, became widely recognized to recognize the cruiserweight division, but it will Somebody is likely to come away with all 4 championship belts. Good left hand over the top from belt line now. And this is, the thought process is still sharp. Look at coming together. Usyk scored first with a left cross, then Briedis responded up into the penultimate round. Extract the very best of one. Didn't really put much on it, but it was a scoring shot. Both boxers letting their habs. Whoever wins this 12th round, and each time they've contested the 12th round up for that juncture tonight. A hand behind the left glove of Usyk. And both men led point of a contest that is still anybody's in this bid to become the unified champion of the day. Trying to save himself now, or set himself for one from Briedis. And another shot from the right flank, one suit of the championship, that the other suit of a place in the final of the Muhammad Ali Trophy. As Briedis lands a cracking, fully on display here between these two athletes with perfect records, and still both men punching right up until the final bell. What a fantastic contest we have just witnessed.
Cruiserweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Oleksandr Usyk.